Every year, a fresh wave of talent steps up, claims the spotlight, while some veterans slowly fade into becoming afterthoughts. The All-Star selection is when a player solidifies their legacy, a reputation that will never be taken away, especially for top 25 players who only make one All-Star appearance. It's almost 2025, with the loaded talent in today's game and guaranteed All-Star locks for super big namers. There's only so little room new faces can enter. A couple guys proving themselves before the start of the new year, looking to punch their ticket to Chase Center for the 74th edition of the NBA now diminished product All-Star Game, starting with Victor Wembanyama, the league-leading shot blocker, early Defensive Player of the Year favorite, arguably went from top 30 player to finish off his rookie season to now in the top 10 to 15 discussion, living up to the hype and more. 39-year-old Chris Paul could be the best thing to happen for his young career. Playing with a real point guard, became the 4th youngest player to drop 50, the closest thing to a modern-day Wilt Chamberlain. Since the anonymous scout hating on his offense, Wemby's numbers been out of this world. One of the rare bigs focused more on his outside shooting than utilizing his traditional post game. His biggest flaw today, falling in love with the outside shot, still averaging above 23 a game on a team holding on to 500 with a weak young supporting cast, became the face of the new award, Western Conference Defensive Player of the Month, perhaps a record 20 years down the line that will never be broken. It'll only be a matter of time when he wins his first Player of the Month award, either late this season or next. His presence alone forces opponent, often turning the other way, rather daring to shoot over him. Given the flaws of backup Zach Collins, Wemby often needs to play the entirety of fourth quarters anchoring the paint, leading to shooting many threes, being slightly less efficient while playing more minutes. San Antonio must build a serious team around him. Wemby's already proved many doubters wrong. If he manages to finish the season averaging above 25 points, could quickly end up in the top 5 conversation and even surpassing the likes of Joel Embiid and up there with SGA. Already way more accomplished for his 1.5 years in the association than Zion Williamson. Cade Cunningham of the Detroit Pistons, mature, hungry, motivated, and carrying himself like a true number 1 pick, the once labeled savior of the struggling franchise with no direction for years, had finally turned the table. From getting his body right all season and skipping Team USA World Cup by rehabbing, committing to his franchise that's paying him the big bucks, the now 23-year-old already more mature as a leader than Joel Embiid, who took the opposite approach, and now look how many games Detroit's ahead of Philly, putting up over 23, 7, and 9 with an improved 3-point shot, having a bit of a supporting cast with sharpshooters Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr. Not the best quality of starters in the world, but at least that's something. Also Tobias Harris, better than nothing. Just a season ago, many questioned whether K was a bust. Although not elite like Ian Edwards or Ben Carroll, at the very least, looking like a possible second option on a future elite team with a go-to star bucket getter, can excel playing the Scottie Pippen type role, already looking like a double-digit assists game guy, right behind Trey, Jokic, and LeBron in that category. Detroit already having 9 wins before the month of December. Franchise didn't get their 9th win last season till late February. The only untouchable Piston, given the talent of other East guards in Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, and Damian Lillard, Cunningham's chances not as great as Wemby and Franz, but can possibly get in as a first replacement. Jalen Williams of the OKC Thunder, 6'6", 220, 22-point-a-game guy, excellent all-around player, looking sharp as the number 2 for a true contender, the closest thing to a modern-day version of a young Scottie Pippen. Williams demonstrating those same defensive qualities, can guard 1 to 5, being the small ball center, excellent hands, blocking shots on bigger guards, has a 7'2" wingspan, plays like he's 6'9" out there, showing shades of Rockets 2020 PJ Tucker at center, but of course J-Dub way better than Tucker. Perimeter guards don't have the luxury to body the physical J-Dubs on ISO plays, also does a great job at not fouling. If there was a 2022 redraft, J-Dubs might go 3 behind only Banchero and teammate Chet, who's hurt, one of the rare players with 0 weaknesses, perfect build for being a free safety on both sides of the ball, plus playing with one of the best scorers in Shea. OKC has all the qualities to win it all, giving team success and doing a bit of everything. If J-Dubs was in the Eastern Conference years ago, he easily become an all-star, but given all the big names in the loaded Western Conference, Williams might be the first or second replacement, being on one of the few teams capable of becoming the next dynasty at the expense of the cursed Clippers, king of bad decisions. J-Dub simply the modern day version of positionless basketball. It would be an absolute travesty if OKC remains number 1 out west throughout the All-Star break and the Lakers drop to 11th place, but LA, of course, they're gonna have 2 All-Stars and the Thunder might only have 1. Many will be livid about that. Alperen Sengun of the Houston Rockets, the reigning Conference Player of the Week, playing with incredible confidence, letting the world know the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year too small. If the 22-year-old gets snubbed while his team maintains a top 2 seed, the All-Star criteria discussion will be the most talked about topic for a month stretch. Despite the poor start, now playing the best ball of his career, anchoring the second best defense in the league, but the closest young player to a baby Joker in the late 2017 Jokic stages. It only took 2 years for everybody to find out he's the best player in his class. Number 2 debatable between Franz and Cade. Having defensive-minded Ime Udoka, Houston already has an identity. Thank goodness for YouTube and Twitter. It's an absolute travesty. Lamestream media like ESPN will never talk about the Rockets, just like they ignored the Nuggets and Jokic for years, then started hating when the undeniable greatness happened. Sengun, also no longer a soft defender, improved on his physical strength. He'll become the next white European big to abuse AD. If he gets denied an All-Star chance this season, will end up being the Dame Lillard of the mid-2010s. Notable for getting left out numerous times, arguably the best player in the game today, averaging under 20 points. His quick leap at age 22, just a testament to maturity and high-level work rate. Picked 2 years after the lazy Zion Williamson, the Turkish sensation already played half a season of games, more than 2019's number 1 overall pick. Tyler Hero of the Miami Heat, the soon-to-be 25-year-old having his best start, numbers of 24, 5 and 5, team's best offensive player, 30-point performances every other games. From heavily criticized a couple years ago, especially his contract, now he's the 56th highest paid player, making less than the inferior Emmanuel Quigley, Jordan Poole, and Jeremy Grant. Given the injured Franz Wagner opened the door for Hero to make his first All-Star trip, one of the most slept on players all year. Easy for many to clown him when he's struggling, but everybody's silent now. His 3-ball, one of the best in the league, also eliminated plenty of the tough mid-range jumpers, improved his passing, alongside the high efficiency at the 2. Hero's 4.5 years from the bubble shall likely represent the Eastern Conference. While teammate Jimmy Butler won't get in due to him coasting to the playoffs like usual, with the bad tensions between the organization and the constant yearly trade rumors, the Heat seem to be now fully invested in his growth. On and off the floor, the team absolute still a sleeper. Bam Adebayo needs to overcome his struggles. A healthy Heat squad still extremely dangerous even if they end up to play in again. Given the landscape of the association, the likely East starters, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Giannis, and Karl Anthony Towns, with Joel Embiid being hurt, he won't get in. Off the bench, Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, Trae Young, Dame Lillard, LaMelo Ball, Hero, and Cade, the likely ones to get in. Given Tyrese Halliburton's struggles, Jimmy Butler already missed plenty games, Bam Adebayo's numbers not as sharp. Out west, starters, Luka Doncic, SGA, LeBron, guaranteed starter for however long he remains in the league, even if he plays till 50 years old. Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, off the bench, AD, Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, Wemby most likely a lock. In a fight for the remaining 3 spots, either De'Aaron Fox, Kyrie, Harden, Sengun, or J-Dubs. 2 of these guys playing at a super high level will likely be left out. 5 other star caliber guys can get hot within a matter of several weeks, making us change our decisions. Which one of these players do you believe most likely to make their first All-Star debut come February? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you won't miss any upcoming NBA content. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next video.